Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica J. This is Jessica J Create, where I create and share with the hopes of inspiring and connecting with you. In today's video, I thought I'd pop in and just do a quick goal check-in since we are at the end of the first quarter of the year. And at the beginning of the year, I did express my different goals in the categories of create, share, inspire, and connect, which are my inspiration here on YouTube. So if that's something you're interested in, keep on watching and see how well I'm doing on making those dreams come true. Okay. I do have my notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. So my first category was create, and the first goal I had was to sew my stash. So I've been doing a pretty good job of sewing up my stash. I did make some fabric purchases that have yet to become garments at the beginning of the year. With that in mind, I am focusing going forward on making sure that I'm using more of what I have, not just from fabric, but notions and patterns and just all of my stash. Next up was recycle my scraps. Initially, I wanted to recycle my scraps with the take back bag, but then I realized and was informed that they don't take fabric scraps. So I do have all my scraps put together and set aside, but I'm not exactly 100% sure how I'm going to recycle them, if I'm going to make a new project out of them or looking to some other options. I believe that my local Goodwill does do like fabric recycling, or they partner with some people, but I'm still doing research on that. Right now I just have the fabric scraps and I'm in the research phase on what to do with them. Third in that category was focus on the skill practice in my sewing. I haven't put as much effort into that as I've wanted to. I guess going forward, what I would really like to do is to create a sample notebook, or I guess binder, and in that I can keep different technique samples. That's really how I saw it in my mind, and then of course apply those to different projects. So that'll be my next step in this next quarter is to create that actual sample notebook or binder, I guess makes more sense, and really set time aside to be intentional about skill practice. Let's see. Next up, we're sewing my dream project for the Princess Tiana. I'm actually doing pretty good on this. I have looked in my stash, picked out some fabrics, particularly for the almost there dress, that kind of white one that she wears, and then her working diner outfit. I am a little bit unsure if I will be making her masquerade blue dress, simply because I don't have anything in my stash for that, and a big focus that I wanted to have this year was sewing my stash. So we'll see about that one, but I do have some fabrics. Oh, I'm gonna make her green coat too, so subscribe if you want to see that. I think it's gonna be really fun. It's definitely a dream project, and I'm making progress, even though I haven't actually started, because I'm picking fabrics and patterns for my stash, and I'm really excited about it. Lastly, in this category of create was keeping metrics and stats on my sewing. I do have a Notion page set up for this. I haven't added all of my sewing projects that have been completed, but I have added some. And it's really cool to look at like how long I've spent on projects, how much I've sewn from my stash, and all the other metrics that I'll be happy to share later on in the year. But doing pretty good. Okay. The next section that we'll be talking about is share. So in the share section, I had the goal of releasing a YouTube video weekly. Yeah, that has not happened, as you can tell if you look at my page. So I'm pretty much failing at that, but we still have 3 quarters left in the year, and I still have a chance, and here I am with this video. So we will start to do something about that. I just realized that I have to treat YouTube as its own separate hobby and skill set and everything, because it's not just about sewing and then going on here and just be like, yeah, this is what I sewed. You know, I want to make these videos entertaining and informative and show who I am and connect, and that requires a new skill set. So I've taken more of that into consideration and redesigned my schedule so that I have more time to develop those skills and take the time to like treat it as its own hobby. And so I believe that going forward, you'll see more YouTube videos from me. Second in the share category was where would I make out in the world? I've been doing pretty good. So I had a lot of difficulty with this the first few months of the year because I realized that I don't make very wearable garments. And because I'm uncomfortable, if they're a little too out there, I just kind of shy away from wearing them, and then I don't. The gist of it is that I don't. But I started to sew more simple wearable pieces that I did make, but I don't feel like scream, whoa, that's different, that's super unique. I'll get to that point. I'll get there. But I needed a few pieces that I could just wear and get the feeling of wearing something I've made out in the world. This top is one of them. I'm very happy and proud of this top. It was super easy to make and I love it. I don't remember the pattern number, but I will list it down below for you. Let's see. Next up was finding my personal style. So this piggybacks off of wearing what I make out in the world. I haven't done a ton of research and really gotten down to like the nitty gritty of finding my personal style. I did create a Pinterest board or a few, and I've been kind of exploring what I like and what my lifestyle is, what I need and all of that. But there will be more content to come when it comes to developing my personal style. So the third category that I have here is inspire. The first goal was to send a child to sewing camp with Madam Chino. This one, it's a little bit harder than I was initially anticipating because some of my side income kind of fell off. And then my husband's switching jobs and he's had some like oral surgery done. And so finances are a little bit iffy, but I'm still dedicated to making it happen. I just need to figure out how to do it soon because those classes are open and selling and I want to give, a child an opportunity to be contacted. And I don't really know how she gives out the scholarships, but I want to give the money in advance so that there's enough time for it to actually be used this year for these sewing camps. So that's high priority as far as my goals are concerned because it is time sensitive. To piggyback off of that one, I wanted to donate a sewing machine to my local library. This one I'm going to start after I figure out sending a child to the sewing camp, simply because finances. I can't do them both at the same time, and I have a lot more time to figure out getting a sewing machine to my library. But it's still definitely happening, just figuring out the logistics of life and finances right now. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's experiencing some hardships and changes as far as money in life goes. So if you relate, let me know in the comments. Third up in the inspire is to support other creatives financially. So I have been doing this since January. I have 5 Patreon pages that I am subscribed to, and I have been consistent with staying subscribed and supporting them, and I love that. I think it's encouraging to support other content creators, especially financially, and also I know how expensive crafting and creating is, so to support, I'm very happy, and I will keep doing that through the rest of the year. My last category was connect, and just one main thing for my connect category, and that was attending Chicago Frock Tales. So I have my ticket, okay? I have the hotel booked, wonderful. I have a savings account that I'm putting funds in to cover like food and the shopping and whatever else we're supposed to be doing and gas because I'm driving. And I have a Pinterest board for inspiration for my outfit. I've picked my fabric. I'm shuffling through different patterns and kind of figuring out the nitty-gritty details. So we are on our way. We are on our way to Frock Tales. It will be happening in June, my birthday month. Super excited. And also, if you're interested in that as well, subscribe. Subscribe, be my friend. I would love that. So that was everything. That's everything. Obviously, there are some things that I'm not doing so great at. There are some things I'm doing great at, as to be expected. But the wonderful thing is having these check-ins means that I can align myself and get back to it. So thank you for watching all the way to the end for my goal check-in for 2024. I am doing pretty well in some categories. I need some improvement in others, but I'm really excited about the progress that I have been able to make and where we're going from here. All right, first quarter down, 3 more to go. If you are interested in seeing how all of this plays out as far as my goals are concerned, or interested in any of those projects I have talked about in this video, please do subscribe. If you liked hanging out with me today, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate you for being here, especially all the way to the end. It means the world to me. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I hope you're doing good on your goals too. Let me know in the comments, how are you doing? Do you need support? I got you. Okay, let's figure this out. But anyway, until next time, love you guys. Bye.